life, but completely out of the blue. So I don't put that on any kind of schedule. I will just try hopping in regularly, and I have some notes that I want to share with you guys. So I wasn't here for a while because it was a spring break, and I was driving with my daughter to the beach, and we were soaking the sun, and then driving back home, and then was Easter. So I hope all of you guys as well had some good breaks whatever time you had the spring break, and I hope you had a good Easter. Now it's Tuesday after Easter, regular day. We are back into our lives and schedules, and I decided to just hop on and share with you going forward with a knowledge I have and information that I want to give it to you completely free for the topic today that I chose, and I hope it's gonna show up here, but I know I was typing in this topic, so if it doesn't, I will just put it in later. So the topic that I chose today is eat for health. I'm telling you, you can easily eat and think that you are eating. This is going to create health in your body. But before I give you like ideas, what and why, I want to give you some statistics that are crazy, especially here in US. And I know I have people in this group in Canada, in Australia, and I have people in Poland in this group as well. But I was learning all that stuff here in US, so I will have more like statistics or more information basing on a US data. So I don't know if you ever heard about food consumption that is in the US going by calories. I don't count calories. I just simply eat healthy, and I will talk about healthy and calories, how this pretty well match that we're supposed to be eating calories, but how they are healthy for us, where they are healthy for us. So I want you to know that 42% of US consumption, I'm not saying mine or yours, but typical US consumption is dairy and an animal product. I'm not talking about meat, but animal products, about 42% all over the calories that we have daily. Um, the other part, which is over 50%, 51%, is refined and processed food. So that's crazy. That's 50% of US consumptions goes into refined and processed food. And only 7% goes to fruits and veggies. And the topic is eat for health. I can tell you right away, it's completely all around that we're supposed to be eating for health. So moving on, like eat I don't want you to eat like other Americans because the like today I was talking with one lady about normal blood test results. You know, when you hear word normal, run, run, run away because anything that is normal, it's it's not healthy in whatever way you look at this. Just I will read a couple statements that I found. So, like typical American, and I hope you are not a typical American. Um, like don't eat like others Americans because it is normal to be overweight. That's what I'm telling you. When you hear normal, run, turn and run because that's not a good way to be. It is abnormal to be thin or ideal weight. I'm not even talking about thin. I'm not thin, but I am perfect weight. I have a perfect weight for my age, for my body, how it's built, for my height. It's perfect. It's not ideal. It's not thin, but it's perfect weight. It is normal to develop dementia, heart disease, cancer at your age. This is what I hear from people. It's normal. And I don't want to be in this normal. I run away from this. It's like, no, please no. It is normal to live in pain in later years and be physically disabled. No, it's not normal. When you hear somebody's telling you that this is normal, run away. It is normal to die in a hospital after aggressive, invasive, or failure medical care. No, it's not normal. It's shocking and it's crazy and it shouldn't be this way. But this is what I hear, this is what I read, this is what I see, and this is what I was learning when I was in school. This is what they were explaining to us why people are where they are because it's just normal and it's not. So what can you expect when you are eating, like I just said, common modern diseases that are happening to people are, blood vessel and heart disease. I just spoke with another girl today too, and her dad um, has blood vessels that are clogged. He just had a heart attack, and he's, I think, 65. That's not normal. That's bad. He needs so much help. And I believe a lot of happened because of the food, and not just today, food for those 60 years that he was feeding himself. It's not just today. So autoimmune illnesses, and I have one too, but guess what? That's not normal. That's not normal. I do have it, but it's not normal. Stone formation in any part of your body, and I had gallbladder stones, and it's removed, but that's not normal. That's not the way we're supposed to be living. Tumors, cancers, this is what people are typically facing today in the modern disease places. So physical and emotional disorders, it's not normal, guys. It's not the way we were created to live. And of course, premature aging, so too fast aging, dementia, you know, osteoporosis that is very common. And they say it's normal with women. It's not normal. It's not normal. So what do we need to eat for health? There are two different things that we need to eat. And I know even for me, when I started learning about this, it wasn't easy to understand. Those are micronutrients and macronutrients. And it was like, when I started learning for myself, not in school, but in my kitchen, what is a carbohydrate? Um, I was guessing. I had no idea. So I completely understand. You may not know what is a micro and macronutrient. I had no idea when I was starting learning this. So let me just give you simple explanation for that because that shouldn't be hard. Macro are those that contain calories. This is what we eat, and I don't calculate that because you can have completely fully good and loaded dishes, plates with calories if they go with healthy fat, healthy, but the thing is that those are complex carbs. But the thing is that in between those three that I will say in a second, carbohydrates are the least essentials. Those are the least that we need. And the third one are protein. So you have fat, carbs, and protein. It's not the direction I said. It's supposed to be protein, fat, and carbs. But the thing is that I want you to understand where the macros, and those are the calories. The micronutrients are all the stuff that don't have any calories, but they are very important for our body. Those are the minerals, the vitamins, the phytonutrients, all of that stuff that is really, really helpful and needed for our body. So health, it's I found this equation on the internet and I loved it so much. So in physics, we have an equation that it's E equals mc. I don't know how to say it in English, and second on the top. So it's we say it in Polish do kwadratu. So E equals mc kwadrat. But in health, we have an equation too, And the thing is that that equation, it's health equals nutrients divided for calories. That's the equation that we're supposed to be looking for, how to look for that stuff. So let me give you some ideas for food that you can eliminate and put in. And this way you will be eliminating the calories, you will be eliminating the 50% that is refined and processed that I said at the beginning, but you will be putting in more like macronutrients that are healthy for our body. So I have a list here, so I would just pick a couple. It's like bread, buns, sodas, cookies, oils, even though I said fat is important and fat needs to be in our macronutrients intake, but um, it's a very thin line between a healthy fat and unhealthy fat. So like all the snacking, cheeses, and all that stuff, it goes into flour. All of the products from flour, simply said, sugar and oils, all that stuff, and it's in this 50% off of the processed and refined products that America is feeding themselves on. So all of that so far that I shared is typical dietary model that is going to create all of the issues that I was saying, the diseases, and it's a high, our eating and a high processed meat and cheese, low vegetables, fruits, and, low nuts, low seeds, low in the protein that are even plant-based protein, number one, and very high in refined carbohydrates. So refined produce that we are simply getting all over the place. But what is the healthy macronutrients that you can get, and those count towards calories, don't count towards superfoods, number one. And of course, greens. Guys, greens. I drink my green every single day. It's not just the simple green. The one that I drink has probiotic, prebiotic, digestive enzymes in them. The greens that are cleansing my body, it's really helpful. But obviously, you can eat greens. You don't have to drink a specific drink, but it just has so many benefits in them. That's why I use it. It's just so simple and good for my gut health and building my microbiome. So you can have, I have tons of lists here, like always, but it's all the greens that you can imagine. So broccoli, um, um, strings of um, strings of beans, different type of beans, kale, lettuce, leeks, of course, cabbage. So any type of green that you can, the little cabbages that you can get, and just put on the greens a lot, because this will go with your macronutrients, but also it will go with the superfoods that you will be eating. And I would love to give you an idea. You can draw it if you cannot do it now because maybe you're driving or anything. You can rewatch that and take a note. So I will give you an idea of a healthy, how to eat healthy pyramid. So you know that shape, and you know that it was given to us even in school, and it's completely out of the proportion, number one, but also it's upside down. We need to completely change that in order to really eat for health. So the greens that I was just talking about are the very bottom of that pyramid. You need to have that a lot. A minimum is a four servings a day. Four times a day, we're supposed to be eating types of green that will help our body. Um, the second things, the second above the green are all the other veggies. All the other veggies. Guys, it's so many different colors, so many different types. You have tomatoes, carrots, like different beans, because not every single bean is green. So every single bean, but it's again a minimum of four different servings a day off of different type of veggies, and that comes for those macronutrients that you will be putting into your body as calories, But those are healthy calories. They're not going to make you fat. They will bring you a lot of fiber. They will bring you a lot of micronutrients into your body because they are loaded with that. Um, Higher, so just the third line from the bottom, are fruits. And it's good to know what fruit is doing to me because fruits are having a lot of fiber, that's for sure. If we eat on a certain way that fruit, like banana, the greener, the better. They are not the tastier, but they have the less sugar. And the sugar in fruits, it's typically people tell me, but it's natural. It's, it's a nature. Yes, it is a nature, but it's also the worst sugar you can imagine. I'm sorry. Refined is worst, but fructose off of fruits is the sugar. If you are drinking a fruit, you don't have any fiber. If you're just squeezing the fruit and drinking it, you don't eat fiber. You just drink the fruit, you just drink the fructose. And fructose never changes to energy. Fructose, fruits are, you know, eaten fully. They have fiber, so the fiber will take care of this fructose and just remove it from your body. So that's a good way of eating fruits. But on the other hand, it's just not the first thing we should be taking. So it's a third line in the pyramid shape. It's not on the very bottom. It's not the most important part, but it is important part. It has a lot of micronutrients and fiber. So there is 4 servings a day, 4 servings a day. It's good to have a snack with fruits. Like I have berries as a snack all the time. I just love to have a box of berries. It's one of the snacks that I will have during the day. On top of fruits, we have seeds, nuts, whole grain, and that's supposed to be, guess what? 1 serving a day. One time a day, you're supposed to serve yourself some kind of seeds, nuts, and whole grains. And I'm not guessing what it's supposed to be, but you can have, nuts. You can have a piece of bread. You can have like a sprinkle of different kind of seeds on your dinner. But one time a day, when you serve that stuff, you are serving a healthy fat and carbohydrates and fiber. So it's something that it's coming, that same things are coming, but from a different, like, serving from a different things, not only fiber from fruits and veggies, but you can have from nuts and seeds as well. Then we have stuff like fish, eggs, healthy fat, and that's supposed to be at least 2 times a day, at least 2 servings a day. So healthy fat we can put almost everywhere when it's healthy, like avocado into salads or I put it into my shake. I just love my shake with avocado. But the fish, the healthy fish, it's a healthy fat that we're supposed to be eating. By the way, I just had a salmon today for dinner. And one time during like a daily serving, we're supposed to be talking about um, poultry. So that is cheese or chicken. So going into the dairy place, maybe not only like a meat, but also the cheeses. There are some good ones, especially if they are done with the raw milk. And if your body is taking it well, if your body is healthy and can absorb it well and use it and build the protein from it, that's something that you're supposed to be taking 1 time a day. Maybe that's not for everybody. I can't. I will be honest with you. I cannot have a cheese. And then we have a protein that it's obviously 3 times a day. It's a specific thing to calculate based on your body weight. But the thing is that look for like a healthy meat. So when it's raised on the grass, like chicken, there are running on the grass. Same with the beef. Like even fishes, there are before that, but just make sure that they are not in the farm, that they are wild caught. So slowing down aging process. This is what I was already talking a little bit before because of the eating not healthy. But one more thing that I want to mention is the toxicity. Our body, because of that 50% that we are eating in America. And I'm not saying you guys, maybe not you, but maybe you know someone that does. And if they need to hear that stuff, you can add them to this group and they can check it out, what I'm sharing. They can listen to this live and they can learn from it and move on with the next one that I will be doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But the toxicity that is building in our body is just draining our metabolism, draining our metabolic state, draining our metabolic health, and we are very unhealthy metabolically, and that's the biggest problem in US. So like toxicity is draining our um, immune system, so the free radicals is just simply um, draining our system. It's just giving us a lot of sickness and aging us too. um, but also this toxicity is when you are having really high toxicity in the body, you will feel hunger on a different level. Sometimes the headache, the weakness, the stomach cramping, um, the eczema even on your hands or your body, irritation, mood, that stuff comes from toxicity in the body. And I know I've been there. I know I had to work on that for a long time. So toxic body is also differently reacting on a hunger. So you are more hungry. You are just, your body is calling for different stuff and you are just going into more refined stuff, more sugar, more processed food because this is not feeding you. It's just not giving you the nutrients you need, but it's just leveling up on this toxic load and your body is calling for more and for more. So what it is to eat for healthy, what it is to um, have a food that will create a healthy body, it's a completely different pyramid. It's a completely different pyramid of food that I want you to visualize and draw it for yourself and just move on and change the 50% of people that are eating processed food and the 47% of people that are just eating. Let me just go back to my notes with the circle. So we have 40% of, dairy and animals products that are not the healthiest because they are very processed and the refined and processed food that are eating in America. But we only eat 7%. This is such a little slight of the whole 100% circle of veggies and fruits. And we need so much more for our body from that stuff. So this is what I want to share today with you guys. Thank you for being with me live, whoever was live. This will be, of course, in the group recorded, and I will look up for another topic that I want to share tomorrow, and I will be back soon with you guys. I'm done with the break. I'm done with the Easter. I'm back to sharing with you healthy lifestyle and just giving you information and support and whatever, however you decide to um, get what I have and take it for yourself. So see you next time. Bye bye.